You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Quote from Rumi. Hi, I'm Dr. Heidi Heron. And if you have ever paused for a moment between the thoughts in the stillness of breath or during one of those goosebump moments and have thought, what exactly is this awareness that's noticing all of this? You're in exactly the right place. Today, we are diving into the beautiful, messy, profound mystery of consciousness, not to define it once and for all, but to feel into it, to begin a conversation with it. Most people think that consciousness is just being awake, but consciousness is so much more than simply being alert or functioning. It's not a thing you do, it's the space in which everything happens. Cognitive scientist Thomas Metzger described consciousness as the appearance of a world. And that's what it feels like, right? The experience of being alive, having thoughts, noticing sensations, aware that you are. Now, here's the interesting part. Science doesn't really know what consciousness is. Neuroscience can map which part of the brain lights up when you fall in love, solve a puzzle, or drink your morning coffee, but it still can't explain how those patterns, how those neural patterns become experience. It's what David Chalmers calls the hard problem of consciousness. How does electrochemical activity turn into feelings, into awareness, into you? Imagine a brain on a lab table, neurons firing, circuits buzzing, but where's the feeling of joy, the awe of the sunset, the memory of your grandmother's perfume? Consciousness is not just a function of the brain, it's what gives the brain meaning. And yet, our conscious experience is surprisingly limited. Your brain is receiving millions of bits of information per second: visual data, sound, smells, signals from your skin, internal organs, memories, and you've only got conscious awareness of a tiny sliver, about 50 bits per second. It's like running a full scale concert, light, sound, crowd, everything, and only being allowed to peek through a tiny keyhole. Neuroscientist Anil Seth puts it this way: we're all hallucinating all the time. When we agree on our hallucination, we call it reality. What he means is that your brain is constantly predicting what's happening based on your past experience. You're not seeing reality, you're seeing your brain's best guess. So, in a way, your unconscious mind is doing all the work behind the scenes. And consciousness? It's just the spotlight on the main character that your mind has decided to put center stage, which also means this: you are never experiencing the actual present moment. You're experiencing a processed version of the past, milliseconds delayed. Isn't that wild? Now, let's stretch it even further into the quantum world. At the quantum level, we know that the observer effect changes things. Subatomic particles behave differently depending on whether they're being observed or not. So when no one's looking, they behave like waves, pure possibility. But when they're being observed, they behave like particles, solid and fixed. And that raises a deeply spiritual, deeply scientific question. Does consciousness shape reality? Because if something is being observed and it changes, then maybe the act of attention is also the act of creation. Deepak Chopra once said, it's not that you're watching the world, it's that the world shows up because you're watching it. And that means your thoughts, your focus, your awareness might be shaping your life in far more powerful ways than we've been taught. Now, if you step out of the lab and into a temple, across spiritual traditions around the world, you'll find another thread: that consciousness is not inside of us, that we are inside of it. Taoism speaks of the emptiness that holds all form. Science of mind teaches that there is one mind and we are all using it. In Hindu, the philosophy, they say, Tat Twam Asi, you are that. You are not just this body or just this brain or just this name. You are a wave in the ocean of all that is. So, what is consciousness? It's the backdrop to every moment. It's the listener behind the thoughts. It's the awareness behind the eyes. It's not a thing. It is the everything that allow things to be experienced at all. And when we tap into it, when we get curious about it, explore it, even play with it, we start to live differently. We stop reacting to life and begin responding from something deeper. We stop chasing wholeness and realize we are already whole. We stop believing every thought and begin observing with compassion. So maybe the question isn't what is consciousness? Maybe the better question is, who are you when you're living from it? Over the next few videos, we're going to be delving deeper into different aspects of consciousness. Feel free to ask questions, share your insights, and follow along. For now, thanks for sharing this moment of presence with me. Keep watching, keep exploring, and most of all, keep listening to that quiet awareness that is always there. Just believe the noise. I'll see you again soon.